If you're thinking about starting Star Wars Unlimited, you're probably about to make the most expensive mistake new players make. The problem? Buying into sets that are about to rotate out. So, let's save you some cash. Right now, we're on Legends of the Force, which is set 5. In November, set 6, called Secrets of Power, drops. Then, when set 7 drops in February of 2026, the first 3 sets, Spark of the Rebellion, Shadows of the Galaxy, and Twilight of the Republic, rotate out of the Premier format. Or, for people that are coming out of other TCGs, Standard Play. Here's what that means. Rotation is like a new school year. Last year's tech books still have good information, but the class has moved on. If you try to take the next exam with those old books, you're probably going to be left behind because, they changed the chapters around. Rotation keeps the meta fresh, and critically, it gives new players an easier entry point into a game. But here's the conflict. Many new players see today's top decks, they get excited, and then drop way too much money on older cards that won't even be legal in just a few months. If you're a competitive grinder chasing planetary qualifiers because you want to get into Galactic Championship qualification, sure, go ahead and grab what you need. But if you're a casual or brand new to the game, you need to avoid this trap at all costs. In this video, I'll show you exactly which sets to buy, which ones to skip, and how to get the most value as a new player jumping into Star Wars Unlimited. Okay, to keep this simple, sets 1 to 3 are leaving. Sets 4 to 9 will be legal going forward. Once block 10 comes out, which is in 2027, then sets 7 through 12 will be the new block. So constantly the most recent 6 sets will be the most current standard or premier legal blocks. Competitive players still need certain legendaries from sets 1 to 3 until February, but for everyone else, you can build strong decks without touching those expensive, soon-to-be rotated cards. Here's where people lose the money fast. Sets 1 through 3, again, that's Spark of Rebellion, Shadows of the Galaxy, and Twilight of the Republic. Right now, some of the top meta decks run powerful legendaries from these sets, and they're not cheap. For example, we have Crate Dragon that's currently going for around $25, so a playset's actually going to run you $75. We have Millennium Falcon from set 1. It's going around $20 each, so a playset's going to cost you $60. And let's not forget about the OG Darth Vader from set 1. He's currently going for $25 each. So again, that's another $75 for a playset. Luke Skywalker, again, another juggernaut from set 1. He's going for $40 each. And again, a playset's going to set you back $120. That money's piling up right now. We also have Poe Dameron. He's going around $20 each, which again, a playset of Poe Dameron is now going to run you about $60. And let's not forget about the card that's gone crazy, Force Lightning. It's right now $25, but before Legends of the Force, this legendary was $4. Now a playset's probably going to run you closer to $75. If you add all of that just for a playset of the cards I just mentioned, it's going to cost you close to $500. And that's before you even start building the rest of the deck, because some of those rares are also a little bit expensive. For a new or a casual player, spending nearly $500 on cards that won't be legal and standard after February is kind of like buying a PlayStation 4 the same year the PlayStation 5 came out. Sure, but why would you do that? Sure, you'll use it, but come on, man, it's outdated, so why would you even do that? And hey, if you're finding this helpful, hit that subscribe button right now. It doesn't cost you anything, and I'll appreciate it. And in return, I'll drop deck techs, guides, and all my coverage around Star Wars Unlimited every week just to save you some time and give you some good information. Let's focus on what you should be looking at, which is the current block. We're talking about Jump to Lightspeed, which is set 4. We're currently on set 5, which is Legends of the Force. And then in November, we're going to get Secrets of Power, which is set 6. These sets will carry the format for the next 2 years, and we already know they're the backbone of competitive play right now. Just look at the first ever Galactic Championship that just happened about a month ago. Out of the top 8 decks, 5 decks were built around Legends of the Force and Jump to Lightspeed. Honestly, the bulk was Legends of the Force leaders and cards around Legends of the Force. And here's the crucial part. Some of the most important cards from that event are from these sets, not the ones that are about to rotate out. For example, we have Anakin Skywalker, the champion of Mortis, was a centerpiece in the winning Towson deck, which is from Legends of the Force. That card alone did some damage in that deck. It was an amazing card. We also see Grogu, Mysterious Child. He's just not a cute little baby Yoda. He was essential for Han 2 decks that also placed in the top 8, giving them the consistency they needed. Stolen AT Holler from Jump to Lightspeed literally powered the 8th place Vader space deck, which could sometimes swing matchups with its tempo because it's such a cheap unit that can hit hard. Put Vader Pilot on there, he's very scary. And we also have Constructed Lightsaber, played a crucial role in the 2nd place Kylo Ren Tarkatown deck, giving Kylo the upgrades that help him close out the games. These aren't just fringe cards, they're championship winning tools, and because they came from sets 4 and 5, they'll remain legal and relevant long after rotation. That's where your money should be going. So how do you actually start smart? The first thing I would do, and everyone in any TCG recommends this, is buy singles instead of buying packs for legendaries. You're going to save a ton of money. By the way, I'm going to leave my TCG player affiliate link in the description. So if you want to go ahead and pick some of those cards up and use my link, I get a small commission. I'll appreciate it. Also, I would also want to say you should focus on grabbing some of the Spotlight decks and add some upgrades. Right now, we're seeing the rise of Boba Fett Data Vault decks right now, and we're seeing them win some PQs. So getting the Boba Spotlight deck from Jump to Lightspeed is probably going to be one of your best buys as a new player. Why? Because you get to pick up the check cheaply, understand how the deck works, and then buy the upgrades to make it consistent. The third thing I would suggest is you want to start playing at your locals before rotation. You need to learn the rules, meet players, and you also want to know what is your playstyle so that you'll be ready to go into set 7 once it drops in 2026. So here's the key takeaways. Unless you're chasing tournaments right now, you need to avoid sets 1 to 3. Unless you have the money, go for it, but a lot of people don't. Instead, focus on sets 4 and 5 and get ready for set 6 in November. This is actually the best time to start because you're going to start building a collection that lasts. You'll be ready for rotation and you won't waste a dime on cards that are about to become obsolete for Premier play. And if you want to see which decks are the easiest to start with, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'll bring out deck techs every week. Anyways, thank you for your time. May the Force be with you. Peace.